Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And the media wants to pretend it's 2012 all over again. They're like, superheroes are back, baby. Is there such a thing as superhero fatigue? They're talking about all the Comic-Con announcements, and fans and insiders are saying it's about the quality, not the
shocker.
quantity.
Naysaying assholes. How dare they?
Isn't this...
They're just fans in quotes.
They're just quote-unquote fans. They're not real fans. They're not actual fans. Didn't YouTubers say that this was the problem? Wasn't really YouTube... YouTube fatigue. Yeah, that Hollywood has YouTube fatigue. But it's superhero fatigue. It's being tired of shitty superhero movies.
Yeah.
Too many shitty superhero movies. But when they actually get it right and they actually put out good movies, people do go see them.
Gosh, how many writers does it take to make an article at the Wrap?
Oh
3.
my God, 3 writers. 3 writers it took to put this together. So they talked to like Robert Kirkman and they talked to some other people. We're going to go through this article and see what they have to say. So yeah, I mean, they are trying to party like it's 10 years ago, including bringing back Robert Downey Jr. to the MCU. And it did feel like that Marvel panel felt like a throwback to a decade ago where people actually got excited about Marvel. And it's not like, hey, everybody, here's the replacement, whatever Avengers. But they're coming right off of Deadpool and Wolverine, which was a cameo fest. And, they're kind of riding high right now. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the next couple of MCU movies do. We'll see how the James Gunn Superman movie does. And we'll see if they're still like, yeah, everybody wants these quality films.
Yeah, right.
So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you have woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Comic-Con report. Superhero fatigue at Comic-Con. Fans and insiders say it's about quality and not quantity. In the wake of a buzzworthy Marvel panel, The Wrap, like everybody that works there, spoke with San Diego Comic-Con attendees to gauge the extent of superhero exhaustion's impact. Wow.
I just think it's funny they keep it's the quality, not the quantity. Like it's a new thought. Like they thought of it.
Maybe if the movies don't suck as much, people will go see them.
YouTubers have been saying this, for a while now. Here's
what's so funny about Deadpool and Wolverine, right? They actually acknowledge the fact that the MCU sucks right now.
Repeatedly.
The multiverse sucks right now. I'm like, how did you get away with that? And it is very weird. And back to what we said the other day, I don't know if it's just a coincidence or if it's actually the two things are related, but Victoria Alonso got gone. And now all of a sudden we're allowed to say that the MCU is in a really bad place. All of a sudden they're announcing all these fan pleasing stunts. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I think there was a direct correlation between Victoria Alonso and all the bullshit that was going on in Phase 4 and Phase 5. But ultimately, it is Kevin Feige's problem because he was supposed to be the boss. And I think he might have been delegating and not paying attention to what the hell was going on until they hit the iceberg.
Or he was told this was a shut up because he was a dude.
Well, because weren't the She-Hulk writers like bragging about how they were putting Kevin down
him and stuff? Yeah,
I'd be like, you work for me, bitch. Shut your mouth. Here's the door. And they'll be like, we're gonna go to the trades with the harassment and And then so he probably couldn't say anything. They said, with 2 exceptions, every superhero film released since the start of 2023 has been a disaster. None have topped the $400 million domestic box office or billion globally, with Guardians Volume 3 and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse coming the closest. 3 films failed to even reach 100 million domestically, with Shazam! Fury of the Gods barely tipping over 50 million. That's a damn shame. Because I actually liked the first Shazam. I thought it was pretty good.
The second one wasn't that good.
I didn't see the second one.
I did.
Anyway, no, it wasn't that good?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take your word for it. The first one was great. I love the first one. But then came Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine. We had to drag Hugh Jackman out of retirement again to try to save the Marvel Universe. He's actually Marvel Jesus, not Deadpool. Said critics weren't kind to it, but those reviews didn't matter to audiences. 438 million at the global box office, the highest since Avatar: The Way of Water. Yeah, does that mean the claim of superhero fatigue? Those claims, are they overblown? The Wrap spoke with industry insiders and fans at San Diego Comic-Con to gauge the mood at the center of genre fandom. What emerged was a picture of a genre where fans are craving quality over quantity.
No.
What? Where
Crazy talk.
If they want quality, let's just bring Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. Doom, even though it doesn't make any damn sense.
Did you see the post I made on Twitter where they put him from Tropic Thunder and then stuck him in the Black Panther suit?
Oh my God, yeah.
It was beautiful.
They finally recast T'Challa. There you go. Yeah, where studios like Marvel are going back to basics by bringing back tried and true stars like Robert Downey Jr. in a totally different role. I don't think it's going to be a totally different role. I think that the MCU version of Doctor Doom is going to be Nega Tony. I think it's going to be an evil Tony Stark. They said Deadpool Wolverine is complicating the discussion. Now, here's where they get Robert Kirkman, who created The Walking Dead and Invincible. So he said, if you have a movie that's going to make $1 billion, it's kind of hard to argue that there's superhero fatigue, he said.
It's not really that hard to argue.
Not really, not when you look at all the other movies. Look, you brought Hugh Jackman back. You've got Wolverine and Deadpool, the two most popular X-Men characters.
I think there's too much. There's too much.
Too much shit.
Exactly. I'm sorry. You can argue till the cows come home. There isn't. There's too much.
And some of these movies weren't terrible. Like, I didn't think Blue Beetle was that bad. I thought it was okay. It was like a really expensive CW show.
And you have to throw. They're not counting in there too all the Disney Plus shows and all that crap that they've been doing too.
Yeah,
it's just you're oversaturating it. People can't keep up. You're taking films and you've been making these films ones that you had to watch the Disney Plus show like the Marvels and that to get. And all that, and good thing they had the TVA in this, but they didn't really make it that you had to watch Loki to understand it. But that has been a problem. There's too much subpar shit. People are tuning out. The viewership has been in decline, sharp decline on all this stuff, and you can see each show getting worse than the last. And then you bring back characters people know or actors they like, and then they come to the movie. It's really not rocket science. There is definitely superhero fatigue. But like you said, it's because people are tired of bad superhero movies. And
it's convoluted. It's really hard to keep up with. Like you were saying with the Disney Plus shows, it's like, anymore it's like, oh, we got Marvel at home. But even then, like, the shows aren't that good. Like, I couldn't sit through them. I thought they were boring as hell.
Beyond that, like we talked before about comics, how we were talking about our daughter wants to read comics and stuff. And you're like trying to explain that, yeah, you can, but there's so many different continuities now and they have to reboot it and everything else. And when they do it, they make it so convoluted and so daunting because people didn't want to read, 500 issues or something. So they rebooted it to start it again. But because of the good stuff being daunting, people wouldn't read it. Well, that's what's happening here. There's just too much.
Yeah, I think that is, it was easy to follow back in the day. It was like, oh, I go see a Batman movie. And then, oh, look, Batman 2 is out. And I go see
Marvel.
that.
It's like one movie every so often. And now it's like 3 movies a year.
Yeah, it started out
5 shows.
Yeah, it started out like 1 or 2 movies a year. And then they were like, okay, now we got like 3 movies a year.
All the Fortnite reveals.
All the Fortnites.
You have to know all of these things.
Oh my God. That freaking The Rise of Skywalker. That was like insane that the big reveal that Palpatine was back happened in freaking Fortnite and not even in the movie. Like, what the hell are you thinking? Anyway, Robert Kirkman said he acknowledged the previous low in superhero movie box office performance before this past weekend. He was hesitant to label it as fatigue. I don't know that I can necessarily say it's superhero fatigue or if it's more prevalent because superheroes were the anchor of the summer movie schedule, or he could be afraid to say that because he's Robert Kirkman and he wants movie deals.
Right.
And you don't want to say, yeah, superheroes are over. Please don't option my stuff. Right. There's a reason to option my stuff anymore. Plus, the entire comic book industry will hate me. But none of that trickles down to comics. That's what gets me. Like all this, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars, it does not trickle down to the comic book industry. People go see these movies. They do not buy the comic books. So yeah, this is Calvin O'Neill, an animation editor. He said he recognizes some signs of fatigue. He said there's been a degree of repetitiveness in regards to origin stories, Easter eggs for the sake of having Easter eggs and cameos, and pillars of energy coming from the sky. Oh God. Say, grew up reading these comics, so there's still an excitement when something gets translated to film or TV. Yeah, for comic book nerds, there is to a certain degree.
But the majority of the audience are normies.
They're normies, and they're like, oh, that doesn't make any damn sense, you know. And they're also normies in the fact that if they make major changes from the comic books, they're not going to complain. They're just, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. Oh, I didn't know Dr. Doom was just an evil Tony Stark. Well, he's not. Oh, I didn't know that MODOK was just some chubby dude who had his body shrunk and got strapped in a chair. It's like, he's not. You changed it. You changed it. Yeah, so the reviews are harsher. This one dude says, he said, I don't think the general public is there though yet. Just take a look at any superhero movie's Rotten Tomatoes score and the profound difference between critics and the audience score. Wait, are we allowed to acknowledge that? Mm-hmm. Are we allowed to acknowledge that maybe sometimes...
Only when it works to their benefit.
Only when it works to their benefit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, back to basics and the return of Robert Downey Jr. Here's the thing. I think there is superhero fatigue because the only way they can get people back to the theater, get them excited about superhero movies again, is to bring back the tried and true. They have to bring Robert Downey Jr. back. They have to bring Hugh Jackman back. Mm-hmm. If they did another X-Men movie with an all-new cast, I don't think anybody would watch it yet. I don't know if they would.
Well, they're going to try.
They're going to try. Yeah, I can't wait for Wolverine to be a black lesbian. I mean, that's going to be
in a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
You always say that. And the wheelchair is actually just their adamantium stuff.
It's got adamantium. It's got like little It's got like little cleats on it. It can go up walls.
The
and
claws
stuff.
come out of the wheelchair now.
Oh my god.
Because you need your hands to roll the chair, so the claws come out.
The claws are out, man. Snicked. Yeah. So I don't know. I think actually the fact that they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. and the biggest hit was with Hugh Jackman shows that people are over it unless it is tried and true. The reason Spider-Man did so well. Well, one, Spider-Man. So Spider-Man's kind of like the outlier. Like Spider-Man, Batman are going to be popular no matter what. But you also brought back the old Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was also done not by Disney mostly.
Yes. So
people forget that.
They forget that. I don't think Venom's going to do that well. It didn't look that good. But yeah, really. So I mean, I think people are tired of it. I think they're tired of shitty movies. I think that, them bringing back these older actors to reprise their roles and then just stuffing the movies full of cameos is desperation. Mm-hmm. Because the movies themselves aren't compelling, but you're going to go to it to see, oh, hey, Hugh Jackman in his comic book costume with like 50 cameos and Easter eggs. Yeah, we're going to go see that. It's an event movie. But then after that, where does it go? Falcon, I don't think is going to do well. Thunderbolts, nobody gives a shit. So good luck with that. We're going to wrap it up?
Yep.
Let's wrap this up. I'm tired of this video. I have fatigue. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.